Hello, welcome to the G.I. Joe New News Classified Reviews. My name is David T. Allen, or if you would like, Super Dave 817. If you would like to see more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button for future videos. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the G.I. Joe New News Classified Review. I am David Allen, or if you would like, you could call me Super Dave. We are here today to talk about the Crimson Bat. We are all the ways up to number 60 today. So this is not going to be a very long video because there's not going to be too much to cover. So everybody in the chat, hello, good morning, Crusty Old Crow. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us in the chat. I have my Crimson Guard t-shirt on today because this is a Crimson episode and it's a new figure in the Crimson line. I verified there was not a Crimson Bat. There was a Flame Bat. There was a Jungle Bat. There was a Techno Bat. There's a whole bunch of different bats, but there was never a Crimson Bat. So there you go. Let's see. Bobby World. Hello, welcome to the chat today. Let's see. Having a hard time seeing what you guys are saying. Let's see. I wish they would have put the Extreme Enterprise extensive enterprise logo on the chest plate. Yeah, that would have been interesting to do that. I agree. Let's see. Crystal Crow, very appropriate attire for this one. Oh, thank you. I try to do that with every video. I try to kind of match the content in my attire to everything when I do these videos, but you never know. Chuckles is the one who discovered there, in fact, a Crimson Bat. Oh yeah, Chuckles. We're going to be getting to Chuckles in a very short time. In fact, yeah, you're right. Let's see. Hello, welcome to the chat. Nice shirt. Thank you, Terrence Childs. Appreciate it. I have lots of these G.I. Joe shirts. If you've been following the channel, you'll see a lot of my G.I. Joe shirts that I wear. I probably got about 100 different G.I. Joe shirts. I don't get to wear all of them because, like I said earlier, I try to match the shirt to the episode and the character and so forth. But that's just the way it is. So, like I said, we're going into the Crimson Bat. Let's check out its designations. It's probably going to be similar to the previous bats, I'm guessing. That's just my gut. But he's got the shield with the star and the lightning, and that is environmental specialist. That's a weird one for the Crimson Bat. And then he's got the Flash. I believe the Flash is on this one. Yep. The energy weapons. He's got the fist, which I believe the fist is hand-to-hand combat. And then he's got a chess piece, but it's the rook. Let's see if I have the rook on here. Castle. I don't have the castle, so I'm not sure what the castle chess piece stands for. We had that horse chess piece the other day, and I didn't know what that one was either. I have to update these classifications so I can get everything. There's always tends to be one or two that we can't figure out. So there's the designations for him. Let's see. Terrence Childs. I have a hat with a Cobra sigil on it. Do you have any of those? No, I don't have any Cobra hats. I have a G.I. Joe hat, several G.I. Joe hats, and I have several Skeletron hats, but I don't have any Cobra hats, unfortunately. Um, so this is the first time we're opening this figure. Again, the series, we're starting with 00. We're going on all the ways up in the numbering, follow the numbering. We are now at number 60. And this artwork is really something striking. It's definitely different. The crimson aspects of it, and it rolls over to this full package. We're in the new packaging design scheme for classified at this point. And then on the back, we have the render kind of review, and we have a little bit of a figure posing there. So that's your new design on these figures. So I brought out the other two bats to kind of compare them to this bat. So let's open this puppy up and see what we got. All right, so we have the Crimson Bat. There he is. Put him aside. And then we have the lockers. This one is a Cobra locker and has the pad there and number 60, and it's all red. So we're going to just stick that right there until we get him opened. I'm going to put this aside for the time being down here. There. And let's get to this bat. So this is where we're getting a lot of reuse. So in the line, the classified line, there was a period of time, I would say the second year and third years, we got a lot of reuse. There was a lot of reuse. Hey, Lenny Honda, how's it going? Thanks for joining us in the chat. Yo, Joe. So right around this time, the end of the second year, beginning of the third year, there was a lot of complaints about reuse. And this is one of those figures that was reuse. And it's going to be for the next while that we're going to get a lot of reuse out of a lot of the figures that they've been doing. And that's for budgeting reasons. They have to try to reuse and get different versions of figures out so they can make new molds and make new stuff. Because there is a lot of interesting stuff coming along with this stuff. So I can see why they had to balance the reuse with the new and try to get new molds and so on and so forth. Because right around the corner, we're going to have quite a lot of cool stuff coming. So we're on 60 now, and we're about to hit the, I think, fifth. After this will be the fifth. We're using the Cobra logo with red in there. So I'm just going to put that aside. What was I saying? We're about to hit some really interesting stuff coming up. But there is a lot of reuse in there. And but this is a new version of the bat that we've never seen before. Let's see. Like I said, we've gotten the fire bats, we've gotten the jungle bats, the there's like these weird techno bats, bat version 2s. There's a lot of different bats. I don't know all the names of them off the top of my head, but he's crimson. And Lenny said that most of the crimson figures that they are making, they're using that regular crimson color that they used for the Crimson Twins and the Crimson Guard to match a lot of the design aesthetic across the theme. So the crimson gets used quite a bit for a little period of time. So this is before we really get into Dreadnoks, really before we get into Iron Grenadiers. They focused on the crimson aspect of the classified line. And there's about 10 or so crimson related figures and characters that are released over this period of time. Let's see. I remember my neighborhood never letting the neighbor never letting you play with their 86 bat because they were afraid I would lose the pieces. I have 8 now, and joke is on them. Yeah. Well, when we're kids, there's always neighbors that have things that you don't have, and you have things that they don't have. So when you try to bring your stuff together, that's where you get more play out of that. I had a friend that had the flag. I didn't have the flag as a child, but I had a friend that had a flag. So I would bring a bunch of my stuff over there when he was available, and we would play using his flag as a play set. Most of the time, I just play with my G.I. Joes outside in my backyard, and I would make forts and different jungle themes and different action things. And I've said this many times that I went through quite a lot of Ostrikers, throwing them down the hill and playing with them outside and stuff, because they were not a very sturdy vehicle, Ostrikers. So I probably had about 6 to 8 Ostrikers when I was a kid. So let's look at the base bat and compare whether this is similar. So it looks to me like this is pretty much a deco shift for this bat. I don't see that much difference in the mold or the parts. Yeah, it looks like 99% of this is a deco shift for this bat. Almost all of this is identical to the version 1 bat. There's some differences on the Python bat with the sculpt in the body, slight differences, but the regular bat and the Crimson bat almost 100% paint deco changes on this. So let's go into this a little bit. So he has the butterflied shoulders like the other ones have. He's got the double pinned elbows. He's got the calf articulation. He's got the hand articulation. He does not have the secondary wrist articulation. He's got the ab crunch. He's got the crotch and leg articulation. He's got the thigh articulation, double pin knees, double pin elbows. He's got the secondary, I believe, ankle articulation and the foot rocker. He has very similar layering as the previous bat. It's just the deco is all different colors of crimson. He's got a darker crimson. He's got the red Crimson Guard color. He's got black. He's got silver. He's got gray. So a nice balance with all the different colors and getting that all balanced out. So let's check out some of his accessories. I'm pretty sure most of these accessories are going to be similar accessories to what we've already gotten, but we're gonna check it out, see what we have in here. We got his foot locker, crimson foot locker, and we have the indicia with all the gobbledygook, legal gobbledygook. So we'll put that aside. So if you're following this channel, you know that I am a big Crimson fan. I love the Crimson Guards. I love the Crimson Twins, Extensive Enterprises. That's my favorite faction of G.I. Joe. And so I'm very happy if we get new Crimson things related to the Crimson Guards. There actually is quite a lot of different Crimson Guards that have been released over the years. If you really look at a lot of the different releases since the original Crimson Guard. So let's see, we have the traditional backpack, except it has a red tube on there instead of silver. Very similar to this one here, except his is all black. This one's red, has black with a little red. So we're going to put that on him. there. So that's on there. We have a different head, a secondary head. This is the damage head that the other one came with. And I put the damaged head on him because I like that blue eye. But this is a damaged crimson head, and it does not have the blue eye. It has a red eye. So it's like he was in a fight, but he swapped his head out for a red head. But I'm going to keep that one off. He's got the chest plate. He's got two different chest plates. He's got a damaged chest plate and a regular chest plate. And they both have crimson on the inside interior of the plates. So I'm going to put the regular Cobra Sigil one on there instead. Make him fairly clean. Make him a little bit better than the other bats. Make him more of an elite bat because he has the Cobra Sigil there in silver. I'm going to put that one because I think the Crimson guys are Crimson Guard and Crimson ones are a little bit more elite and they do a better job than the regular. So that's what I'm sticking with. And then he has his normal laser gun. Has a lot of greeble on that, a lot of details on that gun there. So that's going to go in his holster on his left leg, similar to the one on the Python bat and the regular bat. They have the holster in the same place, except it's gray. So there you go. Now I swapped up a lot of the accessories for the crimson, the regular bat and the Python bat. I gave one a hand and one a blowtorch. I gave one a claw and one a laser. So I think I'm going to keep the other hand on this one. I'm going to take this hand off, and I think I'm going to give him. Let's see. What else should we do? I think maybe I'll give him the claw too and make that, because I love claws. Whenever I see claws in stores or toy claws or whatever at stores, I always pick them up and play with them. And my significant other always is like, put that back. That's a toy. And I said, I know, I love claws. So I'm going to give this Crimson Bat a hand and a claw. I'm going to put all the other ones on in his backpack. All right. So let's see. We have the blowtorch, or the laser, I should say, not the blowtorch. Maybe that's not the right spot for that. That's the blowtorch. The blowtorch hooks onto the backpack there, right? And then you can put the laser there. And you can put his hand there. There's no room for the extra head, and there's no room for the extra plate. So you can fit some of the accessories on him with his backpack like that. But now I have 3 bats: Crimson Guard bat, Python bat, and the standard bat. Now, there's still other bats on the way. I believe there's at least one coming in the next 5 or 6 videos, another bat, and then there's a vintage bat on the way. Then there's that might be all the bats. I can't recall if there's a 6th bat. You guys can let me know in the chat if there's another bat that I'm skipping. I vaguely think there's another bat, but I think we should get bats for like all different environments. So I think we should get like a Dreadnought bat with the teal and purple, all different, and make all these parts that you wouldn't normally stick on a bat, like a chainsaw and all these different weird things, and make it really all damaged and make it really Dreadnought up. I think that would be an awesome bat. I think we should get a desert bat since we have an Arctic bat. I would like to get some bats that we've got in the GI Joe Sigma 6. They had these really cool flying bats that were really cool. They had propellers and everything, and they were really cool. I liked them. Some of the other bats, like I said, the jungle bat, the laser bat, the fire bat, bat version 2, all those are bats that we've not gotten that have been released before. So I'm amazed that they keep giving us new bats, like the python bat, that's new. The crimson bat, that's new. We never got those before. And the next bat is a new one as well. So we're getting 3 new bats almost right after each other that we never got before. Bats are really cool because you can do a lot with them. And the fact that you got a lot of interchangeable parts with all these bats, you can really go to town on the playability and the customability and the dioramas and the figure photography, stuff like that, which is really good for guys that troop build. And obviously, some of the guys in the chat here have been doing that. They got 8 bats and so on. I know a lot of people that have a lot more bats than that. There you go. There's your number 60, classified number 60. We're going into another vintage package character next. It's going to be another kind of reuse because this next one is very, very close to the previous version of this character. It's our fifth vintage package character. And I'm a little surprised that we're getting this particular version so closely after the previous version. But that's the way it happened, and that's the way we're going to do our reviews, right on the money, the way that they were. So you guys have any questions or want to ask me anything or have anything to comment about the Crimson Bats or bats in general and what Classified's been doing? I did get another Haya figure. I got my Cobra Haya Cobra Trooper, I should say, which is really nice. I was very happy to get that. So it seems like they're just shipping me one at a time. It's weird. I don't know why they're doing it like that, but I got my Crocmaster a couple weeks ago. Now I got my Cobra Trooper. So I've got 4 or 5 more on the way, and I guess I'll just show you guys when I get them. And so I think I already talked about Snake Eyes version 4 came in, Law and Order came in, and so we're all caught up for now. We'll see what else is on the way, and I'll show those off when they get here. And so I guess that does it for the Crimson Bat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I appreciate everybody joining me in the chat as always. I appreciate everybody after the fact watching and commenting and asking questions as well. We have a lot of good stuff coming. Like I said, a lot of repaints, but also peppered in is going to be a lot of new stuff too. Lenny Honda, let's see. Do I get Super 7 toys Royal Guard yet? Been waiting on that forever in the mail. No, I believe the Royal Guard sold out, but it took them almost 8 months to get me my bat when I ordered my bat from them, and so they may have to go back and do another run of Royal Guards if they sold that many, and now they're on the back side of the ordering process, Lenny Honda. So I have not got the Royal Guard yet. I'm a little bit behind on my Reaction Plus figures. I have some of them, but I haven't got Royal Guard yet. I haven't got Jinx yet. I haven't got the 2 San Diego Comic-Con Bat and Serpentors yet. And the 2 exclusive Python Cobra Commander and Dukes I've not found, or Tiger Force Dukes I've not found. So I'm about 6 figures behind on my Reaction Plus. I've just been focusing on other things at the moment in my personal life, and so I have not been up to date on my my Super 7. So but I would say hold on for your Royal Guard. I'm sure it's coming. It's just, like I said, it took me 8 months to get my bat, and I ordered it from Super 7 on their website. I ordered the entire wave, and I got the first 3 figures, and then the bat, it took quite a long time to get, because he's a troop builder. All those troop builders, they really need to up their manufacturing on the troop builders on Super 7 Reaction Plus, because it seems like those are the ones that sell out faster. That's just my 2 cents. I could be wrong. It's sold out, but I have one reserved, supposedly. Just got my my bomber. What does that say? My bomber bat. Oh, the one from San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. I'm hoping they'll still be available, Lenny Honda, but I will get them all. It's just sometimes I have to spread things out. If certain things I feel are more important, I will get those first, and then I'll try to get the other things down the road. It's just, that's the way I have to budget my collecting, because I can't always buy everything right away when it comes out, because it's just too expensive, and I don't have the feasibility to get it all immediately. So I spread things out, and I feel that Reaction Plus are not going to be that difficult to get. I hope not, but I will. I'll try my best. I did miss out on 2 ultimates, because I have every ultimate, and I missed out on the Destro, Jackal, and the Baroness Redknock figures from San Diego Comic-Con a couple years back. I missed out on those because I waited, and I was trying to get them on Big Bad Toy Store, and then they sold out there. So that's the way it is. I'll have to try and find them on the secondary market after when I have more available funds to do so. But that's the way we collect sometimes. We take risks with these things, and we get what we feel is the priority, and then we put other things on the back burner, and so on and so forth. It's just, that's how it goes sometimes. But like I said before, I appreciate everybody in the chat for joining me again. And this is a Crimson Cobra video. So, Hell Cobra! Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.